ora, fire signs. This is your reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio tomorrow, 5th. Let's see, we're passing through this. I do see it like a really, a relief to pass through this. You know, everything is a continuum, is it not? Thanks for joining me. Check out the collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And thank you for your comments and likes and subscribes and all of that. I really love it and appreciate it. So fire signs, I've just pulled, well, one card's jumped. The Chariot works in motion. We're pouring forth totally balanced, possibly here, out of that salty sea of formless life, but we are creating as we go. We certainly are. We've got the Princess of Discs coming out, and something will be coming out, a new project, a new gestation going on here. It's a seasonal card also, there's timing to it. But this princess, it's one of my favourite cards, is giving birth to something because she's a princess. She's giving birth. Whether it be literal or metaphysical. We've got a knight flying in her direction impulsively. Is this the midwife? I don't know. Let's just see. So we come out with the Chariot. Is there an urgency here? There's certainly a large level of passion. Chariot, very well protected, balanced. It is only in balance, fire signs, that. It is only in balance that the Chariot can move and create. This beautiful princess giving birth. We'll always go through and clarify. This Knight of Wands, a compulsive character actually. And we see sort of launching towards this, compulsive, impulsive. And fire really needs fuel. And then we have the beautiful Ace of Cups. A gift is there. Is this, is this sort of eclipse hitting some of your sacral chakras? Relationship, sort of sexual vavum maybe, for some fire signs. Anyway, let's go through and clarify whatever's going on here. It's pretty powerful and it looks pretty amazing to me. You know, that Ace of Cups is a rush. It's a gift. We give it form. Looking at that, we get the 3. There's a lot of activity within this. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people. I'm just going to pop that 3 of Cups there. There's a celebration. Well, there's a feeling of connection. The Chariot, please, for fire signs. Yeah, this need for newness. We say fuel for the flames, a need for bringing something new in. The Chariot has had plenty of time to do a review, which would make us see this idea here, fire signs, that you're on a really good course. The 7 of Discs is about review. It's about shifting things up because you know what you've put effort into in the past. You've had time to review it. And with the Chariot, you're quite clear. You're quite direct. Princess of Discs, giving birth to this new thing. This new thing, idea, It's just saying, you know, like, or just saying, thinking. It's not actually a thing. When this card came out, it's not actually a thing. It's a whole new experience. It's a whole new you. Fire signs, we've got the Fool, a new beginning. It's a really new beginning. It's fresh. Somehow it pertains to, I mean, it sounds a stupid thing to say, but somehow it relates to something in the past. Doesn't everything, but you know what I mean. It's just like everyone seems to be looking that way. Or that, in fact, the Fool, this new thing, is that you decided to do things. I mean, obviously, review, the Chariot, you decided to do things in a different way, which was a leap of faith, dear fire signs. All right, let's look at the Knight of Wands, please. Knight of Wands. We always go through and clarify with some other decks. Knight of Wands. And there's a, in this movement, because it's quite fast, you've had time to review something here and really think about, okay, this is what I want to bring forth. It's doing it. It's on its way. It's in motion. It's happening as we speak. There's just a little thing, fire signs, that you're aware of in your own mind this time round. And those little things are this. The Nine of Wands is about being defensive, basing your decisions on habits of old, on hurts of old. There is, as I said, there's something about referring back to the past here. This is something, a trap that you could fall into. It's sort of self-sabotorial in some ways, but you are aware of it, fire signs. I say you're aware of it because we've got the Four of Swords, which is about taking a rest, a time of respite, because things are happening anyway, because you've put everything in motion anyway. It's like this delivery, of which it is, when you get to the point where you are in receipt of the delivery, you can receive it in the best possible way. You understand? Fire signs. You can receive it in a way that does not bring this archetype into it. It's not necessary. That's about the past. Four of Swords, time to respite, and that you have insight, into that. And so it isn't going to repeat. You see what I mean? Ace of Cups. Excuse me. Ace of Cups. Got one. We have one more, please. Ace of Cups. Expansive. Gift of love. We see it in the people around us that we celebrate with, that we like hanging out with, pretty much. Don't ever think something is too good to be true. Fire signs. We have the Nine of Swords. We all know this. 3 o'clock in the morning, wake up, worry about the world, worry about catastrophic thinking for no Good. This we're familiar with. We understand the cutting of those ropes, the releasing of catastrophic thinking. It's as if you understand the Nine of Wands, you embody the Four of Swords, you understand this Nine of Swords. You release it. What do you get? Four of Wands. Beautiful homecoming. It's as if fire signs, you're giving birth to something new. You will receive this new thing. There was something that I had at the end of that, and it's just gone straight through and out the other side. Something quite important in this. Fire signs, the expansive nature of that Ace of Cups. This is a homecoming, as I said. It's coming home where it belongs. But it's new. It's stable. And it's very secure. But it still has the passionate nature of fire and a far clearer will center fire signs. Activation. Action station. It's happening. But it's stable. It's secure this time. Possibly in the past, it's not been so much. All right, we've got far too many Brian Froud Pixie and Fairy Oracle cards, but I'm going to read them quickly out because it pretty much sums this up for you fire signs. Now we're talking fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And do check out the other elements because you are and will have other elements within your chart. Check it out. AstroSeek free chart. Annalise the Alchemist. As this has started a long time ago, the domino was bing. It's in process. Alchemical timing. Then we have the Singer of Courage. Yes, it has taken courage to overcome some of these old habits and patterns, self-sabotorials, all of that sort of thing. We then have that old gnome. This is the Magician card sitting on top of the world. That is what you have. You have overcome something and you've had to go back in time to understand that. Fire signs, you have understood it. You are now the master maker. And you have your little pearl of fire that you can use wisely. You've got the marks of experience. You've got those on your little fire stick. So I like that reading fire signs for you. It's kind of multifaceted. Let's get a Kim Cran's Animal Spirit card. And speaking of fire, you're not only doing it for yourself, but you're carrying it for others. You're showing a way for others. I get a really strong female element to this reading. It's as if there's a woman out there, or women in somewhere, who are really showing and paving a way for others, for other women. It's very female. I'm talking principles here, qualities, not in terms of gender politics or anything like that. Very strong female presence in this reading, carrying the flame here with the beautiful elephant. On that note, fire signs. We'll see you on the other side of the full moon eclipse, lunar eclipse, obviously, and Scorpio. We'll see you on the other side. And thanks for joining me. Hope you got something from this reading. Remember, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Look at the other elements, and the collective reading is up there too. On that note, ka kite, fire sign.